Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to talk about the reasons why men rather be single in 2023. Number one, dating is hard. It's not like back when our parents were dating where there wasn't a lot of options, that you could just go to a bar, see a cute girl, talk to her, and then you guys date and get married and have lots of children. Like that nuclear family that just really easy. Like today's day and age, that is very different, and dating has a lot more complications and rules and things that just make it a lot more harder to date. First thing is the apps. It's like a blessing and a curse, because what happened is now there's more than ever people that you can kind of connect with, talk to, but then it also allows girls to have way more options. Along with social media, these dating apps, they're more seen. Girls know their worth because in their comments, they have all these guys being like, oh my gosh, you're so cute, you're beautiful. And then it puts this, in their head that like, wow, I am this amazing thing and I deserve top of the line type of guy, even if she didn't do anything to deserve it. So with dating apps, the problem is when you have lots of options, and this is known that not just in dating apps, but when you have lots of options, it's hard to choose, to make a choice on who to go on a date with, or just in general, when you have a lot of options, it's harder to make a decision. It's almost like the grass is greener on the other side. So girls are constantly on dating apps and they're constantly talking to multiple guys at once, and then maybe they agree to go on a date, then another cuter, hotter guy messages them, so they blow off the other guy and say yes to the other person, and it's just this constant cycle of getting ghosted and rejected, or just feeling like you're being led on and it's not going anywhere. And it's frustrating because how many girls do you have to talk to on these dating apps and then set up a date with? And then how many girls do you set up a date with and then they ghost? It makes that pool of women that you started out with having a lot more women, and then it makes it smaller and smaller and smaller until you're only going on like 1 date to 2 dates max a week. So although there is more options in 2023, it is also a lot harder. When you keep getting rejected, you just want to give up altogether and you just stay single. Number two, there are so many double standards when it comes to dating that it's just so frustrating, and it makes people not even want to date. You show a girl you like her, that's going to push her away because you're going to come off as needy. But if you don't give her enough attention, she's going to think you don't like her. And then it's just all these things happening that when you try to just be your authentic self, it just feels like you're putting on this act and it's not working. Or a guy has to lead the interaction. He has to pay for a girl on the first date, but if he leads the interaction too intensely, or he might come off as creepy, so you have to balance how to be secure and a good leader, but also not creepy and weird a girl out. You want to approach a girl on the street, but you have to be careful because there's girls making TikToks about how uncomfortable it is about a guy approaching them at the gym and then they're getting canceled. And it's just this constant battle of trying to figure out how to just date in 2023. Men are told to be masculine and be the provider and lead the interactions, yet there's all this toxic masculinity. Girls need to be the leaders and they need to be the providers and you need to be okay with it. There's just so much conflicting information that's happening in today's world. You have old traditional values, but now you have the new modern dating, and it's just so confusing and you just feel overwhelmed and you don't know what to do. And three, there's a lot of talk about why you should not get married in 2023. I think a lot of it has to do with the divorce rate. People feeling like people are just jumping into relationships because girls maybe want that marriage, they want that engagement, they want that ring, but they don't really know what the commitment means, or they don't know what its true marriage looks like, and then they just break up and get divorced, or vice versa. This happens with guys and girls. I think back then marriage was more of a sacred thing, and now we find from the research that it's not, and people are getting divorced left and right and thinking it's not a big deal. So that makes men not even want to get in relationships, because a lot of times they're the breadwinners and it's their money, and then they're getting the ones getting fucked over because they get divorced and it's 50-50, and then they lose half their assets. And on top of that, the new modern dating, you have this red pill movement where guys are saying, screw women, you should date multiple girls, have multiple different girls in your life, but never settle down, or just have 3 or 4 girls that are your main girls and you don't commit to any one person anymore. And look, I know I just threw all this information at you and all of this just seems awful and makes doom and gloom and that dating is impossible and you should just give up, right? But the point of this video is we can sit here and talk about all the reasons why dating stinks in 2023. You can talk about all the reasons why guys still want to stay single. But if you're not that guy, if you truly do want a relationship, you have hope. Like, this can happen. Now, I've broken down in multiple other videos on how to do this and what type of guy you need to become. But the biggest thing, that the most important thing, is figuring out what you want, what's important to you, and what type of girl that you want to date. And I want to tell you guys about our Beast Dating Coaching Program, because we help guys with exactly this, getting them on more dates, going through their dating profile, making sure it's optimized, making sure you're sending the right text messages. When you're on the first date, you're doing all the right things to lead it forward to get that second date. We have had countless guys go through the program that have had girlfriends after. It's not impossible. Dating is not impossible. It's just harder. And if you don't have the right tools, you're never going to feel successful. And all the stuff I said before is going to cloud your judgment, and you're gonna feel alone and feel like you just are gonna stay single for the rest of your life. So I promise you, you can have the dating life you want, whether it's you joining our program or doing it on your own. It is possible. So if you're interested, click the link below, and if we think you're a good fit, we'll get back to you. And if you want some tricks and things that are gonna help a girl find you more attractive, watch this video here, 4 things girls find really hot that guys do. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you in the next video.